Hi, I'm going to show you how to make fig cuttings grow really strong roots. Come join me in the chaos. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to get some pretty good roots going on fig plants. And one of my tricks is making sure you water from the bottom. And that's pretty easy to do with this setup where you have a slightly smaller clear cup and then an opaque cup. Mainly because you don't want sunlight hitting the roots, and so I use something that doesn't allow sunlight in very well. I think darker cups might actually be a little bit better. A small amount of light might get through there. I don't think it's enough to matter. The main idea here though is you want to make sure you water from the bottom, and so what you'll do is you put a little water into this, so barely any water, maybe like a 1/4 inch or so, just enough so that the bottom of this can touch. And you'll notice I poked holes in here. You want to make sure it just is touching that water down there, just so it can wick up that water. And you want to put just enough so it's not sitting in it for 24 hours, maybe sitting in it for 6 hours or so, and then the rest of the day it can just have slightly moist soil, mainly because you want the plant to kind of work to fill out the container with root volume. And then once it has a decent root volume, it'll be able to support more leaves. So same thing with the rest of these. A little bit of water. A little water goes a long way. A little water. And then once you get the hang of it, you'll be able to speed through it pretty quick. Let's check this one. I don't think I've checked this one in a while. It's pretty dry up top, and that's okay. I like it being dry up top just so I don't get fungus gnats. So if you have a problem with fungus gnats, it's probably because your soil up here is just too wet. Fungus gnats like to hang out in the top inch of the soil for oxygen. So if all your water's, below the first inch of soil, you're not gonna have any fungus gnats. It's like magic. And then down here, pretty nice little bit of root mass. And yeah, a tiny bit of water left in there, so I'm just gonna leave that. I have a misting system that comes on a few times a day that does mist these a little bit. So. And then you wanna be careful not to knock any of these buds off. And this one actually has a little fig on here. It's probably going to drop this fig, so I could probably snap this off if I wanted. The rest of these are going to become branches. Once you've done a few of these, you kind of get the hang of what the bud is going to turn into as it's developing. Some of them will just be leaves, some of them will be figs, I forgot the word, and then a lot of them will be branches. Tiny bit of root mass here. All right, so in summary, I have these 4 out of these 6 that are already rooting really heavily. This is after about a month, almost a month exactly. So a little bit of roots there, but you realize that's from the center of the cup. So this one has the most roots, I think, probably tied between that one and this one. And this one, I guess those 3 have the most roots. Maybe this one wins, I don't know. All 4 have a lot of roots, but these 3 have the most. These 2 don't show any roots touching the cup yet. And then this one back here doesn't either. But those 4, tons of roots. So this strategy works, and I'm sure there's dozens of other ways to do this. I mean, they're figs. You can't really, you can do them wrong, but it's a lot harder. If you just follow, just basic techniques, you should be good. Hope this helps you to grow as many fig trees as you want.